in terms of your career, when will we see you back in the ring next?
Hey, Caleb, come on, man. You ain't got the Canelo fight. Let's fight.
There you go.
Hey, it's the Empire, Geobox Empire, Backshot Boxing. Now, man, the 168 division, man, is on fire, man. Everyone's talking about the division, and finally, man, it's getting the spotlight it so deserves. Now, man, that being said, man, my boy, super middleweight, former WBC champion of the world, and Anthony Dirrel. Now, Anthony Dirrel, man, he has some big wins in his career, man. Most notably, Arthur Abraham. Understand that, you know, he has fought a lot of big names in his career. Caleb Truax, you know, Badu Jack, Sako Bika. I mean, the list goes on and on. I'll be talking about his resume all day. But that being said, man, the crazy thing is, Anthony Dirrel. Sorry, I keep getting names confused because he has a brother named Andre Dirrel. Anthony Dirrel, you know, understand that, you know, he's fought David BENEVIDEZ, and that was David BENEVIDEZ's closest fight. You know, Anthony Dirrel was tagging him up, and he suffered a cut later in the fight, which had him basically not be as aggressive, and he started being more defensive, trying to maintain not getting that cut open. And that being said, man, David BENEVIDEZ was able to impose himself on Dirrel and stop him in the 9th round. But Anthony Dirrel called out Caleb Plant, and like I said earlier, that was David BENEVIDEZ's toughest fight, bar none. And he wants to fight Caleb Plant, and this is a big fight for Caleb Plant. And it's wild stuff because what everyone's talking about right now is my boy David BENEVIDEZ versus Jose Uzcategui, right? Which would be Caleb Plant's toughest fight. Right, that's the fight he fought for his title, right? So that being said, you know, David BENEVIDEZ will be fighting Caleb Plant's toughest fight, and then Caleb Plant will be fighting David BENEVIDEZ's toughest fight, which is Dirrel. So this will be a good fight, man. I'm glad they're trading off their elite, best opponents for this fight coming up soon. So, you know, a lot of people are going to talk about Jamal Charlo coming up. And while that's a big fight, there's just a lot of fights that people need to be talking about 168. And I feel like a lot of people are just casual in the division because they have no respect for these 168 fighters. Let's just keep it honest. They have no respect for these 168 fighters. So that being said, there's a lot of fighters at 168 that need respect. And Anthony Dirrel is definitely that guy to be respected because he has a lot of big wins and he's an OG in the 168 division. So, you know, with all that being said, man, Anthony Dirrel definitely earned his stripes, and understand that, you know, my boy Anthony Dirrel, he's only fought for the WBC. He only fought for one major sanctioning title belt, and that was for WBC. He never fought for any other belt, right? And this would be the first time he'd be fighting for the IBF, and this would be a really good fight for him, you know? So that being said, man, we're going to see how this whole thing plays out with my boy Anthony Dirrel and Caleb Plant. One thing I like about this fight a lot is it's a style matchup. It's boxer versus boxer, and it comes down to high boxing IQ. And this is what I like to see, man. I love watching two boxers go at it because it's a chess match. You know, that's why one of the most exciting divisions in boxing, in my opinion at least, is the 154 division, because there's so many boxers in that division, right? There's so many boxers in that division. It's just, it matters who's gonna catch who first and who's gonna counter who first, or, you know, be more aggressive. It's just everyone's a boxer up there, so it makes it really exciting. Not only that, but they're extremely athletic. This is gonna be a fight of two athletic athletes fighting at the highest level at 168, and it's gonna really raise the bar for Caleb Plant if he can get past Dirrel. Understand that, you know, Dirrel is one of the more athletic fighters at 168, and he's mobile, uses his jab, those combinations. He's just extremely nimble, right? Like a deer. It's like watching a deer box. You ever watch a deer run before? It's something to behold. It's just fast feet, fast hands, and a solid chin. A solid chin. So we're gonna see how this whole thing plays out with Andre Dirrel. You know, I think this is one of the biggest fights that could be made at 168, bar none. Anthony Dirrel has been elite for a while now. So let me know how you guys feel about it, though. I think this is a big fight. I want to see Caleb Plant fight Anthony Dirrel, get his feet wet again, everyone's been off a long layoff for a while, so a lot of people want Caleb Plant to go into these big fights, but let him shake some of that rust off, man. Caleb Plant, he hasn't fought since January of 2021, so it's been over a year and 8 months since he fought. If you want to start from today, right? Or it's been over a year and 7 months. So that being said, that's a long time. That's almost a 2-year layoff. So that being said, Caleb Plant needs to get his feet wet again before he takes on these big dogs. And what a better way than Anthony Dirrel. But anyway, man, let me know how you guys feel about it, though. I mean, I can keep going on about how this is gonna be a fight where Caleb Plant is gonna have to beat Dirrel better than Dave Benevidez did. And same thing in Dave Benevidez. Dave Benevidez is gonna have to beat Jose Uzcategui better than Caleb Plant did. So this is gonna be a who can destroy whose opponent better, And you know what they say in boxing, man. If you search for the knockout, you be the guy getting knocked out. So hopefully these fighters both go into it intelligently and don't look past their opponent in trying to one up each other and actually, use the game plan they need to impose on their fighter to get this W. So we're gonna see, man. There's a lot of games going on. This only builds up the fight with Caleb Plant and Dave Benevidez, and this is the best way to make them fight each other, by fighting mutual opponents to really gauge each other in a sport of boxing. Now, really, that doesn't work in a sport of boxing. The whole if A fighter beats B fighter, then he can beat C fighter. That's not how it works. The triangle theory does not work in a sport of boxing. But it's always cool to gauge the fighters doing that. So we're gonna see how this whole thing plays out, man. Who's a harder fight? You guys tell me. Is Caleb Plant versus Dirrel a harder fight, or is Jose Uzcategui a harder fight for Dave Benevidez? You guys let me know in the comment section. Let me know how you guys feel about it, though. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Boxing Empire. Peace.